I don't care. I don't care how rich people spend their money. I don't care if they go 50-50, 70-30. It don't make no difference to me because I still got to pay 100% of my stuff.
Tastemakers.
Classic. We do more than make a living, we make a life. When everything is dark, we are the light. We are the tastemakers, alright. Let tomorrow tell the stories that we make tonight. We do more than make a living.
Internet went wild when Gabrielle Union was just talking about things that she go through, and she just dropped a little nugget. Just a little nugget. We don't have that clip by chance, do we, Bree?
We do.
Oh, we do? Let's hear it real quick.
I'm curious, at what point did you develop that first sense of security and that the work is coming and as long as I keep knocking it out, there's gonna be more, and there isn't this sort of sense of the rug is could still be pulled out?
I struggle with that still, just because I think I just have more responsibilities, for my money. So I get nervous, like, oh God, that movie didn't open, well, what does that mean? Am I gonna have enough to hold everybody up? And everyone's like, it's coming, calm down. And I'm trying to find peace in the journey, not using my anxiety and scarcity mindset to be my engine, which is hard. It's weird to say I'm head of household because in this household, we split everything 50-50. But in the other households that each of us have to support, it puts there's always this like gorilla on your back that it is like, you better work, you better work. You gonna sleep in? Somebody might not eat. Come on, you gotta work. And it's hard. It's hard to let that go. So I'm working on that.
So she said that in her household with Dwayne Wade, they split things 50-50. And again, the internet went crazy. Just wondering, Bree, what was your thoughts when you heard this?
I mean, I could understand if you look at like how much Dwayne Wade is worth and how much Gabrielle Union is worth, then I can see the arguments. But she was independent and she had her own money before she married him. So I don't know if this was just a mutual decision. Because I saw all the comments of everybody telling her to run.
Telling her to run? Is that what they were saying?
Yeah. I saw people saying like she need to run, and I'm just like, how they figure out their money management is that's their business. I think this is another one of those, celebrities disclosing what goes on in their household, and then we all start talking about it on Twitter, podcasts, blogs, doesn't matter. And this is why some people don't say anything. Tastemakers Pod, same thing. So this is why some people opt to just not say anything. But I mean, I don't know if that works for them, then it works. I don't know what their expenses are. I don't know any of that. I'm turning my accounting brain off for this one. So that's on them.
Okay. Goss, thoughts?
I don't care. I don't care how rich people spend their money. I don't care if they go 50-50, 70-30. It don't make no difference to me because I still got to pay 100% of my stuff. So it do not matter. Not one bit in my brain was I was like, man, that's messed up. Or not one bit was I was like, Dwayne should pay all of it. He got Did not care one bit about what rich people decide to do with their money. And for that fact, I don't care what anybody decides to do in their household marriage 50-50. Don't matter.
Bro.
I agree. Like, let these people do what they want with their money. And she said, I don't know why people are mad, but she did say that they take care of their other households. So I'm thinking about that. Like, maybe it's 50-50 because she taking care of her family and everybody that's tagging along to her money, and he taking care of his side. So this is stupid. This is one of these situations where celebrities deserve their privacy. Let them use their money and split it up however they want. There's no rules to that.
For this topic.
Okay, so of course, I think we all can agree that Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade could do whatever the heck they want to do with their funds. But y'all know how it is. Sometimes we use these topics to dig into a deeper conversation about ourselves and who we are and our expectations, things of that nature. So, Goss, we'll start with you. Do you think it's expected for you to pay all the bills once you get married and in your household? Is that the move? Is that what's going to happen? Is that how it's going to be for you?
Yes, it will be for me in my household. But that's just me. I'm not mad if anybody else doesn't want to do that. I get it. But I'm rich, so it don't matter.
Go ahead.
Indeed, indeed. Let me ask you, is that how it was with your parents as well?
I don't even know. Couldn't even
Okay.
tell you.
Got you. All
That
right.
probably was. No, I don't know. No,
Bree.
my dad, it probably was.
I mean, you know, growing up watching my grandparents, like my grandfather always worked and supported, you know, him and my grandmother. They, you know, he supported the whole family. Every car he ever purchased, he bought cash. Like that was, you know, his whole thing. My dad was the same way. He worked and supported, you know, his family. But I feel like my generation is a little bit different because of inflation and, you know, the way everything works. A lot of these relationships, these households require, you know, two incomes. It just depends on what your standard of living is, what you agree to. I don't know. I just think that would be a conversation I would have to have. If I find myself in that situation. But yeah, I mean, I don't think, you know, it's a deal breaker. Like if I would have to work too. Like,
Well, let me ask you, what is your expectation? Like, even as let's say you get with somebody, is there an expectation or are you going in like, oh, we just going to split this? What's your thought?
exactly like that. That we would both, you know, contribute and make a dual effort because I'm still working. So that's just
Okay.
me.
Really well.
So my household, we both are contributing. We both put in the pot, and and sometimes I might do more in certain situations. His hours may get cut or stuff like that happens. And so, but we both are contributing. But I think it varies person to person and relationship to relationship. Like, you know, I don't think it should be a generalized rule that every man should have to, pay all the bills. Like, I feel like that should be, situated between couples. And I'm not mad if a man is doing that, and I'm not mad if he isn't doing that. It depends on their relationship. And so that's how it should be. Y'all should discuss it. And things happen, life varies, changes, all of that, have to be taken into consideration. But if you can pay all the bills, my G, that's awesome. If you cannot, that's fine as well. Just have that conversation and work it out. So yeah.
Unless I marry somebody rich like Rihanna or like Oprah or somebody like that, and they paying everything.
They paying everything.
So
Yeah.
So, Burrell, expectation wise, was it ever your expectation that's how it was? Like that your husband would take care of it all? Was that ever in your mind, expectation wise?
Yeah.
Your parents or anything like that?
So my parents, I didn't like how they dealt with money and stuff. Money was not a good subject in our household. And so when I got married, I wanted to, like, they would keep their money kind of separate, and my mama had her designated bills and my dad had his, and he was more of the breadwinner, so he paid more. But in my household, I wanted to make sure that wasn't an area of, conflict and contention, and we're still learning, we're still trying to figure it out. But I had an expectation of we were both contribute to the household and take care of things. And it would be nice though if one day, but it would be nice though, pay my bills, but nah. But I'm okay with contributing. I don't feel like men are the sole providers as we often try to, I don't feel like men, I feel like the Bible talks about both men and women contributing to the household, even financially. And so that's what I'm rolling with.
Okay. This is an interesting joint for me. My household's 50-50 pretty much. I never really feel like I ever saw the example of a man taking care of all of this stuff. I don't think I really ever saw that example necessarily. And now I be hearing about dudes doing it. And sometimes I think they be lying. I hate to say, some dudes they'll say they do it, and I'll be like, and you do what? And y'all do what? And y'all got this? And now, notoriously, I am not the best with funds. So that could be the aspect of it. Yeah. So 50-50 is what we do, but just because of some things that are going on in my house right now, it's looking to be a situation where I might have to start taking care, just go ahead and just take care of everything. And what low-key scares me is I'm at a point in my life where I think. And that scares me because it's not something that I've really ever seen.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what that looks like. It's a little scary, to be honest with you. And so, but just because of how things are working out, the wife's having to take, some hours off work. She's, just contemplating some things just with things going on with her, where it looks like I might have to step up and do that. And I am a little scared because I ain't really ever seen that. But at the same time, I always make fun. I mean, I this year I will officially be a high value man. So it's kind of like I should be able to do this, but I don't know because I'm not the best with funds. You know what I mean?
Well, you better start getting good at it then.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. To an extent, I kind of understand. I already know that if I was to just put it all in my wife's hands,
yeah,
it'll be fine. It's in my hands is where it can get messy. But if I was to literally put it all in her hands, it'll be fine. But again, that scares me, just with my own personal issues and maybe wanting to hold on to certain, of course, want to make sure the house is taken care of, but I like to have my, whatever the case may be, or I don't want nobody to be able to tell me what I can't get and do whatever with the work and the money I make and the hard and whatever the case may be. So it's my own issues that I've got to work out within my own, situation and marriage, whatever the case may be. But again, because of things that are going on, we're at a point where I might just have to do what I got, what has to be done.
Tastemakers. Classic. We do more than make a living, we make a life. When everything is dark, we are the light. We are the tastemakers. Aight. Let tomorrow tell the stories that we make tonight. We do more than make a living, we make